Morning, everyone, those who are joining live and those who are listening later. So today we're actually going to be talking about YarrowPom, and we've got two YarrowPom products. There's the Nutritive Duo, the essential oil blend, which is a combination of yarrow and then pomegranate oil, and then the Body Renewal Serum. So that's a bigger bottle. This is a 30 ml bottle. This is a 100 ml, and it's much more of a serum than a concentrate. And it's always amazing to see the color of YarrowPom. It's this sort of dark blue, thick color. So when we use it under our eyes for our dark rings, sometimes it looks like it's added to it, but obviously once it absorbs, you lose that dark hue. But it's amazing to see. So YarrowPom is made out of yarrow, as I said, the yarrow essential oil, and pomegranate carrier oil, both of which have enormously beneficial qualities and are very complementary of each other. And I'll talk a little bit about them. So the main constituency, the main properties are anti-hemorrhagic, actually, anti-rheumatic, antiviral, and regenerative. And in ancient Greece, Achilles was said to use yarrow to ease a painful Achilles tendon. So it's for that inflammation. That's why, that's the part of the myth around it. So some of the top uses, according to the Essential Life book, it says it's purging, relieving, and mending. Hence Achilles using it for his tendon. But purging, relieving, and mending. So its top uses are, in fact, for bleeding, for hemorrhaging, for internal wounds and scarring. So we use it so much for external wounds, for cuts, for scars, for skin tags, and we can use it for an open wound. We can actually put it directly into an open wound. So we can use it topically, and we can also take it internally. YarrowPom we can take internally. We can just put a drop in water and drink it like that, a drop under the tongue, or we can put it in a capsule, or we can add it to a blend as a carrier oil. So I do that. I have a blend of oils that I use, and YarrowPom is part of that I use internally. We also use it for varicose veins and hemorrhoids, for sagging and aging skin. And you apply with a carrier oil to affected areas, and you can apply a hot compress to take it deeper. So that's interesting. So if you've got particularly sore varicose veins or swollen varicose veins or hemorrhoids, putting on YarrowPom and then adding a hot compress can be very helpful. Also helpful for irregular or absent menstruation and early menopause. So again, it's the theme of bleeding. Applying to the abdomen, or a drop in like salts bath, or taking in a capsule to help to regulate our menstrual cycle. Depression, anxiety, and fatigue is inhaling from cupped hands. And so also using it like this, one can use it on, because many of us feel like our hands age the fastest. So one could use it here and then keeping inhaling, and also applying to the bottom of the feet. Then for things like pain, inflammation, arthritis, and rheumatism, applying it to the area of concern or taking it in a capsule. So that's why I make a bit of a mixture with this DDR prime, turmeric, frankincense, copaiba, pink pepper. Those are my main ones that I put in. And the YarrowPom is the carrier oil, and I make a capsule of that each morning. So I pre-mix a whole lot of drops of each of those. Fever, viral infection, and allergies, taking in a capsule and applying to the bottoms of feet, because it's so good at calming the whole system. Low perspiration and poor circulation. I thought this was very interesting. Applying to the bottoms of the feet or the areas of concern, or use in a steam bath to promote sweating and releasing toxins. And then for cancer, free radical damage, cellular, ovarian health, taking in a capsule or in water for free radical damage. It's very powerful for that. And then for some skin things like acne, eczema, hair loss, and scalp issues, applying to the area of concern, or even adding it to your skin products. Things like sluggish liver, stomach, and intestines, taking in a capsule, massaging it onto the abdomen. Indigestion, belching, bloating, and ulcers, also using topically. And then for muscle and respiratory spasms to the area of concern, and metabolic disorders and blood sugar balance, taking a drop morning and evening. So it's hugely balancing on the system. If you have YarrowPom, I would take it definitely internally, fairly regularly, or in a mixture like I have, and then use it topically. We mostly use it on our face and skin, but if you have any other scarring or bleeding issues or liver or digestive issues, you can use it topically as well. So the Oil Magic book talks about also using it for high blood pressure, massaging onto the wrists and the bottom of the feet, and high cholesterol, actually taking 2 to 4 drops under the tongue or in a veggie capsule daily, because I think because of its the high blood pressure and high cholesterol, because of the antispasmodic and circulatory properties of it. It's good for heart health, rubbing over the heart and wrists, 2 to 3 drops. Again, many people are experiencing heart issues, and if one has a tendency to heart health issues, I would definitely use it topically over the heart, or if you're experiencing palpitations or anything like that. Again, it talks about insulin resistance, same as the other book, about rubbing drops onto the wrist or taking under tongue or in a veggie capsule. And then the varicose veins, using topically over the areas, 1 to 2 drops, and the hemorrhoids and skin eczema and skin irritation. And so when we look at the, if you Google the benefits of pomegranate oil, it's also quite profound, pomegranate seed oil. And it's anything from treating acne, boosting immune function, optimizing cholesterol, managing diabetes, and enhancing the skin. So those are all the same sort of properties. So they really are complementary. Also promotes weight loss, which is why we use it in our Skinny Jeans blend. Prevents cancer, relieving symptoms of arthritis, reducing severity of menopause symptoms, improving cognitive function, treating hair loss, promoting digestive health, lowering blood pressure, and improved dental health. So it really is, the two are very complementary, and it's a very special duo, and that's why it is such a special gift to receive. And so if you love your oils and you use your oils, we've got a number of classes this month that are to go deeper dives into certain areas like special needs of kids and women's health classes, and even just a 101, and then invite your friends to come to those. And if they get oils, and we hold your hand through the process, doTERRA will gift you with a YarrowPom body serum if 3 people get oils, and if 6 people get oils, I think it's 6, maybe it's 5 people, you get the YarrowPom, the essential oil blend. So it's a wonderful month to share the love of our oils. And then the other blend we're going to be talking about is InTune. Ours is actually empty. My husband just asked me to order this month, and this month is a great month to order because it's 10% off. And we have also had news that there is going to be a price increase on it, it's going to be significantly more. So this is a very nice reduced price for it. So if you're wanting to get InTune, this is a good month to get it. So InTune's properties are grounding, earthy, and clarifying. Its main ingredients are amyris, patchouli, frankincense, lime, lang-lang, Hawaiian sandalwood, and Roman chamomile. So it's a very sort of musky, kind of rich smell. Colin, my husband, loves it. This is what he uses as his aftershave. And it's interesting because so often he'll have put it on just before we go for a lunch or dinner. And so many women, when they hug him, they all say, "Oh, you smell so delicious." It's such a, it's quite a strong smell, but a lot of people are really drawn to it. So this is, it's our focus blend. That's what it's called. So it's particularly for focus. And so its top uses are ADHD and ADD, applying to the back of the neck or spine and the bottoms of the feet. Over and underactive brain activity, applying to the back of the neck or the spine to help balance brain activity. Mental clarity, focus, and concentration, applying under the nose and the back of the neck. So again, just doing a little dab and one really just needs a tiny dab under the nose. Calming and grounding, applying under the nose, the back of the neck, or to the pulse points. Then nervousness, anxiety, and depression, applying under the nose and to the bottoms of the feet and back of neck. So it's all the same places. Stress and hyperactivity, also back of the neck and pulse points. And then for that mid-afternoon slump to get you going, again, under the nose, back of neck. And it's also very good for seizures, applying to the back of the neck and the spine and up and down the feet. So that's according to the Essential Life book. And then in the Oil Magic book, it will say the other uses of the focus blend are Alzheimer's, emotional balance, hormone balance, memory, Parkinson's, relaxation, and sleep. So in its top uses, again, it goes back to ADHD and ADD, and it's all the same points: focus and concentration, anxiety, hyperactivity, seizures, skin irritations, because it's got the chamomile and the sandalwood and the frankincense, and sedative, using on the pulse points or bottom of the feet. And that's the amazing thing, is it's calming and focusing, but it also it's can be used as a sedative, but it's also used as a focus oil. So it's not going to put you to sleep. It's just going to calm and focus your brain so it can do what it needs to do. So that is the emotional use of the focus blend. Says the bright citrus and deep woodsy fragrance combo in this blend facilitates happily living in the present moment. It promotes indulging in the goodness of the here and now. So, and then it said, did you know essential oils with base notes are common enhancers of focus? That's why this blend contains 4 of them: amyris, patchouli, frankincense, and sandalwood. So that just tells you a bit about these 2 wonderful oils and blends. And please feel free to unmute if there are any questions, or put anything in the chat. And otherwise, please, if you have oils, ask on the groups as well.
Can I, Nikki?
Yes.
How would you decide between InTune and Immortel with brain-related stuff?
They both have their place. I would probably actually then start. I think InTune at this stage is cheaper, and so sometimes more accessible for people. So I would actually start possibly with that. Although, yeah, because its uses are the Alzheimer's and the focus and concentration. I've also just made a blend yesterday for someone, for her father with dementia, and we did DDR prime, frankincense, rosemary, and peppermint, and that's also a blend that one can use. And then I said to her, like, my next step, I would always introduce Immortel if people are open to it, because I just think it's such an incredible nerve and tissue healer. And so whereas for the oils in InTune might promote more of the focus and concentration and the brain stimulation, the Immortel is a profoundly more a blend of profoundly more healing oils that really could heal damaged tissue, which we see they do all the time on our scars and wounds, and they can really heal sort of neural tissue. So that for me is the ultimate, is Immortel. But I would definitely use the others from time to time. I'd mix them up, or I would start with maybe something like an InTune and then move to Immortel.
Okay. And then you talk quite often about putting oils on the bottom of the feet. Do you put it on the whole foot or particular parts or points?
I put them on the reflexology points under the feet. Yeah.
I thought you might say that.
So when I read from the book, it often just says bottom of the feet, but I definitely put on the reflexology points. Yeah. So, and it's so easy for those who don't know the reflexology points, and it's a lovely question. Thank you. You just look up reflexology chart, and there's lots of images, and you can then just look up the area that you're wanting to activate or wanting to affect. So under the big toe is connected to the brain and the mind. So that's one of the common places we use. So thank you. Yeah. Okay. I think it's very powerful. I mean, we're now realizing as physios, And well, not just physios, but that the reflexology points are so related to the ends of the fascial lines, and that's why they're such powerful connectors. And you know, obviously the meridians and everything too, but the fascial lines all end in the feet and in the hands, and that's related to those points. So we're understanding this more cognitively now.
Okay. And then just I was talking to somebody yesterday. This isn't specifically oil related, but you probably know this as a physio, but she told me that she had had a very bad Achilles injury.
Okay.
And she found out subsequently that because she had taken several I don't know, doses, treatments of Augmentin, it had weakened the Achilles.
Is it really interesting? Yeah, a lot of medication does, because it decreases blood flow to certain areas. But so was it Augmentin? It wasn't anti-inflammatories?
No, she mentioned Augmentin specifically.
Interesting. I don't know that specific link with Augmentin, but I do know the link between, unfortunately, not tissue necrosis, but certainly decreased blood supply to some of the tissues but a lot of that's also with anti-inflammatories, because of exactly the mechanism of action. And so too much anti-inflammatory use can cause issues later. But I'm interested to know about that with Augmentin. I'll do a little bit more of my own research on it.
Okay.
Thank you, Nina. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much.
And thanks for your questions. And hopefully we'll see you live some other time.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.